everyone, welcome back to another grammar lesson. Today we're going to be covering sentences and fragments. Okay, before we get started, let's introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Eileen and I'm going to 9th grade this year.
I'm Dasang and I'll be going into 11th grade this year.
And I'm Grant and I'm going to 9th grade.
Okay, so like Eileen mentioned, we are starting a new topic this week, and our first kind of subcategory will be sentences. Let's just start with introducing what a basic sentence is. So every sentence should contain these two things, which is one, a subject, it's usually a noun, and two, a conjugated verb that's in the same tense as the subject, same form. So in that case, I have this example here that hopefully will better let you understand what I mean. We have, I love my family. It's a very basic sentence, but if we dissect it a little bit more, we have I, which is a subject, and love is the conjugated verb. And notice how love is singular and I is singular as well. So they kind of correspond with each other, and that's how you know that the conjugated verb is referring to the subject of the sentence. So this is considered a complete sentence.
Okay, next is about simple sentences. So example sentence is the dog runs. So in this sentence, the subject is dog and the conjugated verb will be runs. And so this is a simple sentence because it has only a subject and a verb, and then the verb shows what the subject does. So the subject is the dog and the verb is runs. So the verb runs only shows what the subject does. And then since it can stand on its own as a sentence, the simple sentences are also independent clauses. So the dog runs, the sentence is an independent clause.
Yes, sorry about that. I kind of messed up the order.
Okay, so then you can split this into one-word sentences and complex clauses. So, okay, starting with the one-word sentence. A sentence can only contain one word in which a verb is stated and then the subject is implied. Okay, so here's an example. So you have go, and then the subject is you because it's implied that the direction is given to you. And then the corresponding verb is then go. Okay.
Oh, sorry, you can continue.
Okay. So then we also have complex clauses. So sentences can include a lot of different dependent clauses, but as long as there's a subject and a corresponding verb to the subject, then it's grammatically correct and complete. Okay, so here's an example. Even though she was sick, Taylor completed all her homework. So yeah, this is considered grammatically complete because there is a subject, which is Taylor, and there's a corresponding verb to Taylor, so that's completed, sorry.
Okay, and sorry, just to clarify, I forgot to add this on here, but dependent clauses can also be called fragments, which just means that they aren't a complete sentence because they don't have a subject and a corresponding verb. Okay, so now we have this practice slide just to kind of further drill in what we covered for this video. I have a sentence here that says Louis Armstrong, comma, who was one of the greatest jazz musicians, comma again, was a vocalist and trumpet player. So is this a sentence or a fragment? So from what I can see, Louis Armstrong clearly seems to be the only noun subject that these phrases could be referring to. And when we kind of eliminate this non-essential clause, which we will actually discuss later, it's basically Louis Armstrong was a vocalist and trumpet player. Well, now I see that was is the verb that corresponds to Louis Armstrong. So yes, it is a sentence because there's a subject and a verb that matches it. Sentence, so like I said here, the subject is Louis Armstrong and the corresponding verb is was.
Okay, so another example is going to be this one. So it's having shown a gift in music at a young age, he, who was born in New Orleans, went on to become one of the greatest musicians of the 20th century. So if we look at this sentence, that I see here would be he. So having shown a gift in music at a young age, that's the part before, that's like non-essential, before the subject of he, and then we have another non-essential clause, who was born in New Orleans, that's set off by commas. And so if we get rid of both of those, then we have he went on to become one of the greatest musicians of the 20th century. And we can see that we have the subject of he and a corresponding verb of went. So this is a complete sentence.
Eileen?
Okay, so then here's the third example. So Louis Armstrong, who was one of the greatest jazz musicians. Okay, so this is a fragment because although we do have the subject Louis Armstrong, it's not there is no verb that refers to Louis Armstrong. So then therefore the sentence is incomplete.
Yeah, some people might ask then what the was is referring to. It's actually referring to who, not Louis Armstrong. So those are two different like nouns, objects. So I think that concludes our discussion on basic sentences. For the next week or two, we will be going more in depth on like what you can do with these and some more grammatical corrections that we could make with some other like sentences and stuff. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. But without further ado, we hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to like, subscribe, and maybe ring that notification bell to be notified of our upcoming uploads. I think that's it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.